So Max, what was working for you tonight?
You know, felt good. Slider was working early and then was able to mix it up as we went along. And just kind of worked to keep him off balance. So a lot of lefties in the lineup, which is always a plus for me.
And then Phil getting the sweep, opening week is fantastic. Now that you guys go on the road, though, what are the expectations? I mean, obviously winning, but if you look toward just the future now, when you go and you take on Washington, you take on Florence, what are the expectations going into those series?
Well, you play each day to win. You don't worry about tomorrow until you finish with today. For us, we've been playing well. Obviously, results are good, but in between the lines, maybe stuff some people don't see. Everybody's got stuff to work on and get better at as we continue to go. So we just try and get better every day, individually and collectively, and we give it everything we got for 9 innings and hope to come out on top.
You touched on it Friday night about going on the road for the first time and building your identity. What are you kind of looking for as you go on the road to be your guys' identity?
That's up to the guys. It's our first chance to get out of here. Away from the host families, away from our organization, away from daily responsibility per se. There's only so much we can do now that we're 10 hours away in a hotel. So it's a good atmosphere. One, the distance of the trip, but two, just for a week, we'll get to know each other really well, and it'll be a good, I guess you'd say, team bonding, whatnot, type of situation. But time is what develops your identity, and so look forward to it.
And Max, what kind of off-season preparation have you been doing, getting ready for this year and pitching for the Grizzlies?
I was getting ready for spring training and everything, so since about January I've been going pretty high intensity, just pitching and getting the body right. But I think the thing as of right now, and this goes for the whole team, that really set us apart was the spring training that we had out here, the 2 weeks that was put together for us as a team. It's partially a selection process, partially a preparation, and I think ours was intense, but to a point where guys were still able to get ready and feel good coming into the season. And I think that shows on the field all across the board. Hitters ready to go, pitchers throwing strikes, and that's going to be good to hang on to moving forward, especially into a long road trip.
And as you talked about your training process, what was some of the, not only just pitches that you used, but how did you strengthen your arm, or what did you work on most pitching-wise to whether that was get your breaking ball to go at a better velocity or a better dip? What was the pitch you focused on most during your off-season training?
Well, without going into too many details, I guess for me it's a lot about repeatability, mechanical, getting stuff on time. I think the biggest thing is being on time with your delivery and with your mechanics. Pitch stuff is more of a feel thing. It's something that comes just from working and getting ready as the season moves on. So a lot of it is flexibility, a lot of it is mental, so there's a lot of pieces that go into it. But I think if there's any one thing for me personally, it's a lot of timing and a lot of pitch selection.
And Coach, you got to be happy the offense is clicking right now, especially that towering shot by Santos tonight. What's the offense got to look forward to in the coming road trip?
Well, if you break the series down, there really isn't one guy that stood out all 3 games. Everybody got a piece of the action per se. Whether it was game 1, 2, or 3. So this offense still isn't, I wouldn't say, running on all cylinders. Hearn's slow out of the gate, Cody's slow out of the gate. Those two start getting on consistently around each other. That's a big deal for the rest of the guys behind them. And Terry and Trey and Blake and Perron, there's some juice back there behind them. And then you've got Joel and Zachariah and Cardenas. He got his first hit as a professional tonight. There's some talent there. So winning when everyone's not on and producing enough offensively. I think this series, what you really saw was, we didn't boat race them, but we had some really good timely hits. We answered when they scored. We made them pay for mistakes, and that's probably the most exciting thing as a manager of this club with that offense. It's going to be a grind for opposing pitchers 1 through 9, and mistakes will happen because of that, and our guys are going to be able to capitalize on that.
All right, thank you.
Thank you,
guys.
Thanks, guys.